Okay, first of all, I got a new laptop, so this is a new microphone that I'm using, and I assume it'll make me sound much louder than I did on my other one. Probably just tone down the volume. I've recorded a couple PCs in the last couple days, uh, and I don't know, I don't know that they're even that entertaining, but I'm not going to upload them because it sounds like I'm just shouting, and it sounds like my voice, it's extremely annoying for even me to listen to. So I don't think I'll bother you guys with them. They're not too exciting either. So that's that, and this video is going to be sort of a follow-up to my Hotfix Foxfour video where I just talked about what was going on in the patch. Now I'm going to sort of talk about the aftermath, how it's all played out, what worked, what didn't. So let's just start from the beginning, and tradable militia BPOs and standard BPOs. Now, of course, Quaif BPO should be under this, but I cannot trade my Quaif assault rifle. And I assume this extends to other things. I didn't look extensively through my inventory or ask anyone, but yeah, I don't think they didn't make all of them tradable, or they didn't do any of them. I don't know, couldn't tell you for sure. I haven't really tried it, but as far as I know, militia BPLs were tradable before. Maybe some of them weren't. I don't know. Small blaster turrets, they went from half a meter splash range to 2 meters, and it's still a very bad turret to use. Yeah, you might as well just use. Well, I guess it's okay on an LEV, especially compared to the other two. But I think a rail would be better. If I'm on a tank, I'd much rather have a rail as well. And if I'm in a dropship, I'd rather have a missile. So it's that simple. There's still not much reason for blaster, except for if you want to have a good time or something like that. Blasters need further buffing, I think. Small blasters. Alright, breach shotguns, they went from 2 rounds in the clip to 4, and I think that played out fairly well. I see a lot of people sound pretty happy with it. I don't know, I don't know, I guess the gun wasn't terrible before besides that. It was just kind of hard to use because it's low rate of fire, a very tight spread, so you have to hit them right on, etc., etc. So that might have been just what it needs. I don't know if it's balanced, underpowered, overpowered right now. I don't think it's overpowered. I don't know if it's balanced or underpowered, but I think it's much better than it was. The SMGs, there's finally variety in it. You can use the breach, which has the high damage. You can use the assault and the breach is very little recoil. The assault's a little bit of recoil and a little more. I mean, as well as higher. I believe higher DP. Yeah, higher DPS now, bigger clips. So you can spray with that. And then there's the regular one, which is kind of in between. Probably, I mean, worse than the other two. The other two, like, just take a little bit more CPU PG and a little more ISK. It's funny how they do the side, like the regular light weapons are all supposed to be kind of all balanced with each other, but the sidearm, they basically make the variants strictly better than the base one, which is interesting. Bolt pistol rate of fire went from 135 to 100. The gun feels pretty bad right now. I don't like it. I don't like this new rate of fire. I think it might have been not. I don't know. If anything, they should have reduced the magnetism. If that's not possible, I think the damage would have been the thing to nerf a little bit. But that rate of fire just feels very weird. I probably should be running these numbers, but I just don't think that far ahead. And then I start recording. Then I don't want to stop. And I definitely am not going to do the numbers on this video because I'd just be sitting here quietly for a minute. So yeah, I think if you just charge up over and over, it's faster than holding down the trigger the whole time. Um, no, actually, I don't know. I can't think right now. Anyways, MagSec, they feel powerful now. I think they still have pretty poor hit detection, but they definitely feel stronger. Not to say OP or underpowered. It's definitely one of the better sidearms at this point. Assault Scrambler Pistol and Bursts, Assault Scrambler Pistol and Scrambler Pistol both got a rate of fire buff of about 40, about 45 each. And the Assault Scrambler Pistol got 4 more in the clip. That's good. I haven't used these too much. I kind of just stick with my breach, but I'm thinking it's going to be, they might be able to almost compete with the breach now. I think the breach is still going to be better. And Burst Scrambler Pistol got less recoil and more reserve ammo, and I think that played out well, but I think the breach might just need to be toned down, especially in this new shield, including meta. The breach Scrambler Pistol can be very, very powerful. And next thing, modules. Kincats, they went down to PG, it's nice. I don't know, it's still really hard to fit them, especially if you're going to run shields. I still think shields needed to go down in PG to like 8 from 11, and that would have fixed all my problems in life. But cardiac regulators are increased. They're one of the least useful modules overall. It's not HP, so it's not keeping you alive in a gunfight. It's not. Anyways, it's mostly for out of gunfight thing. E-warfare will help you choose your gunfights and whatnot. This will just get you around the map. I guess it'll help you choose engagements, but it's just overall one of the least. I mean, it's one of the most. It feels helpful, but it just at the same time almost feels like a waste of a slot sometimes. But it feels highly necessary on Keldar and Galente suits due to their gimped stamina. Myofibs, anyways, they were changed. The biggest change was the increased PG, and I think that's good. These are probably about where they need to be, although it's really annoying seeing these jumpers still. But I suppose I do it. PG upgrade, militia PG upgrades increase CPU. Doesn't matter. Regulators, they're a lot nicer with this reduced CPU, and I use them on pretty much all my Kaldari and Mimitar fits. So there's that. Scrambler rifles, I still see them, and they still tear through my shields, but I definitely don't get insta-wrecked by them, and I don't see them as much. So that's not, I'll probably still get insta-wrecked, but it hasn't happened. I haven't been playing much lately, because the game's all laggy for me, which I think might be my internet, and I've been busy, so yeah. Assault rail rifle, the range was reduced. You don't feel it. I feel it, of course, at this range, but I don't know that I engage at this range too much. So there's that. Assault scramble rifle range reduced and heat increased. That doesn't affect this gun too much. Assault combat rifle, 4 meters less range. Don't know why that was necessary. Can't even do anything at that range, anyways. Basically, Caldari tanks got faster shield recharge and lower recharge delays. I think it helps, but I think the Galente tanks are still dominating. And yeah, the Galente assault, the 3% per level increase to rate of fire. That's OP. It's borderline broken. Well, I don't know about broke. It's Galente assault with a breach AR is pretty much the most overpowered fit right now. It's the flavor of the month for sure. Or I don't know. Some people would prefer the Caldari assault, but anyways, it just instantly destroys suits. It's overpowered. It shouldn't have been a bonus that increases DPS, because none of the other bonuses for assault increase DPS. Only handling skills or fire, basically reduced drawback. But it's just kind of made OP. And I mean, I don't know what else they can do really, but maybe just tone down this bonus. I don't know, but it's overpowered as it stands. Killer Commando got the bonus swarms, which is cool. I like it. Mimitar Commando got rid of it. I've seen more Cavalry Commandos and less Mimitar Commandos as a result of this. And Cavalry Assault got a reduction to the railgun kick. I honestly don't feel it much. The Assault Rail Rifle, while aiming down sights, is still very jumpy. I tried the Calicoto Rail Rifle, which is the regular rail rifle. I tried it just hip fire. It didn't, it still flies around. It's not, it's good, but it's not enough to. It's not like it's going to mitigate fully your recoil, so it's nice, but it's not too nice, I guess. The shield, the dropshoot shield recharges and delays, and the threshold, very good. I like it. There's actually damage I can take in my Cavalry Assault that won't stop my shield regen. Most guns at range. My Scout pretty much stayed the same. Somebody was complaining to me about the Cavalry Sentinel because that was one of the few suits that got changed. Not at all. They wanted it to be a little bit better since all those shield suits are better, but it did not happen. Cavalry Assault's very powerful, and you don't just feel like you'll never regain your shields ever when you're in a non-shield based suit. So if you're in a Galente and you use shield, it feels like it won't take you, 15 seconds to regen a whole, 180 shields or whatever it is, 194. Yeah, so it's good. Shields might even be, I don't know, they're definitely how they were meant to be played. They might be too good at it, but they get, but with how this game, the time to kill is right now, that you could still, just get instantly destroyed. So it's not that much of an issue, and the depleted delays, I really like it. I can get really low delays in my Cavalry suits. HAV weak points, I haven't had too much experience with this. So, I mean, I kind of already, I assume if you guys are watching this, you watched my other one. But yeah, I mean, it's nice, and I don't know how it's played out really. I know that melee hasn't been working on tanks. I think it just isn't registering, but I recall looking. No, I suppose that one. Yeah, it wasn't working on tanks. I don't know if it wasn't damaging them or is doing a very low amount. but definitely was doing nothing of worth. And assault stadium Gs are still OP, of course. And oh, I took down a tank. I roll up on a tank. Was it a? No, I think it was an armor hardened Madruger. I roll up, throw 3 light eyes, and just blast it with a match ever a couple times. Took it out. It felt good. Now my jumpy faggotry fit can has effectively a somewhat AV weapon and AV grenades on it. That's good. Swarms are gimped now. The explosive momentum reduction to dropships so they don't get rocked as hard. That was good. The max rotation from 70 degrees to 50 degrees. That's good. But the lock on range did not need to go down any. It can only lock at 150 meters. That's very easy. It's very easy to stay out of that range. And it just feels like you can't do anything with the swarm launcher anymore. It was bad before. But I would like to even see the range higher than it was before, and in addition reduce how far the missiles will go, something like that. But 150 meters is terrible, and it needs to be buffed back at least where it was. But I believe further than that because it's been nerfed in other ways. Melee. Oh, most of the suits have been brought in line, and the nice thing about it, scouts that aren't Mimitar can now one-shot uplinks with melee or nanohives. And that's really nice. Not much else happened there. Nothing shift the metagame. And grenades, finally. Locust grenades, the regular ones, they do 600 damage each, no matter what level they are. I've seen much less cores, and I've seen a lot more M1s, because M1s take less than half the CPU PG. I don't know the exact ISK, but it's much less ISK. And yeah, and all you lose out on is, what is it, a meter, 1.2 meters of blast radius, which will screw you over sometimes, but it's kind of worth it because if you're just not trash and you'll have a lot more stuff to put on your suit and it'll save you money. Fuse grenades, haven't seen them used, but I don't know, seems interesting. Seems like they're still not going to be that great because you can't one-shot a lot of suits with that, which they used to be able to do, and you only get one of them, of course. And then the packed locust, which I might try this sometimes, but I kind of need that slash radius crutch if I'm going to be honest. 900 damage, of course. I haven't seen a single kill with these. Everyone's just kind of sticking to their regular locust grenades. And yeah, so that's that. I got like a minute left on this video, so I might as well just talk about something, right? Oh, Capac. I rejoined Capac as your boy Chet Shoes said. Hashtag Capac is back. It's kinda back, sorta. Relatively low. Well, okay, I don't. These are going to be in scales that, of course, aren't going to mean anything to you guys because I can't explain what scales I'm talking about. Yeah, the Corp's back. We've been playing some PCs. We've just been taking it slow, taking it easy, not caring too much, but just having a good time and see what happens here. Yeah, that, and in a little bit here. Now, I don't want to make promises because I know I've said I'm probably going to do things before and then not done them a lot. Although technically I could do it at any time in the future and then not have told a lie. And usually I don't speak in absolutes anyways. But I might make some videos because I just feel like shit talking some people because there's some real complete like tools. By tools I mean faggots in this game. I just want to call them faggots in a video. Maybe give them some attention that they don't deserve. And yeah, so that's pretty much the aftermath of Hotfix Foxfour.